Apparently, a piece of cloth has more drama than my last relationship. The Sbai garment has Thai and Khmer people arguing harder than tourists fighting over the last tuk-tuk. But seriously, this isn't just internet drama. This beautiful traditional outfit has become the center of a cultural identity crisis that affects how millions of people understand Southeast Asian heritage. And if you're planning to travel these regions, you need to know the real story behind the clothes, because cultural ignorance isn't a good look on anyone. The thing is, when cultures clash over who owns what, the truth usually lies buried somewhere deeper than social media arguments. Sometimes you need to look beyond the noise to find the real evidence. Have you ever wondered what happens when carved stone becomes your best witness in a cultural debate? Ancient temple walls don't lie, and they don't pick sides. They just tell the story of what people wore, how they lived, and what mattered to them centuries ago. Walk through the temples of Angkor Wat, Bayon, or Banteay Sray in Cambodia, and you'll see something remarkable carved into the stone. Dancers, queens, and princesses wearing the exact same draped garment we call Sbai today. These carvings date back to the 12th and 13th centuries, when the Khmer Empire ruled vast stretches of Southeast Asia. That's centuries before Thailand existed as a unified kingdom. The thing is, these aren't just pretty decorations on temple walls. They're historical records carved in stone by master craftsmen who documented royal court life in incredible detail. You can see the intricate draping techniques, the way the fabric flows over one shoulder, the ceremonial positioning of the cloth during religious ceremonies. Every fold and drape matches the traditional Khmer Sbai worn in classical Apsara dance performances today. The stone tells a specific story. Royal dancers performing sacred rituals, their Sbai flowing as they move through ancient choreography. Queens participating in court ceremonies, their garments marking their status and spiritual role. Even royal attendants wear simpler versions of the same draped style, showing how the Sbai represented different levels of the royal hierarchy. What makes this evidence so powerful is how perfectly it connects to surviving Khmer cultural practices. When you watch classical Apsara dance today, the dancers wear the same style of Sbai depicted in those ancient carvings. The draping technique, the ceremonial significance, the way it moves with the dance, it's like watching history come alive. The continuity spans nearly 1,000 years. These temples also reveal something else important about the Spai's origins. The carvings show the garment deeply woven into Khmer religious and royal traditions. The Sbai appears in scenes of Hindu-Buddhist ceremonies, royal processions, and mythological stories. The garment carries spiritual meaning beyond just fashion. It represents the connection between earthly royalty and divine authority. The reach of the Khmer Empire explains how this fashion influence spread across the region. At its height, Khmer territory extended into what we now call Thailand, Laos, and Vietnam. The empire's cultural practices, including royal dress codes, influenced neighboring societies through trade, intermarriage, and political alliances. Here's what this stone evidence actually proves about cultural origins. The temples serve as an unbiased historical archive, showing the Sbai was deeply embedded in Khmer royal culture long before significant cultural exchange with neighboring kingdoms began. The archaeological record doesn't care about modern politics or national pride, it just shows what happened. The carvings work like a time capsule. They preserve the exact moment when the Sbai held central importance in Khmer society, worn by the most powerful women in the empire during the most sacred ceremonies. The level of detail in these stone records suggests the garment held deep cultural significance, not just decorative value. When you see the Sbai carved into temple walls alongside Khmer script, Hindu deities, and scenes from Khmer court life, the historical timeline becomes clear. The garment belongs to a specific cultural context that predates its appearance in neighboring societies. But here's where things get complicated. Having ancient origins doesn't guarantee modern recognition. Thailand's entertainment industry has basically become Southeast Asia's cultural ambassador to the world. Their movies hit Netflix, their music videos rack up millions of views, and their tourism campaigns flood your social media feeds with stunning visuals of traditional dress. When you see someone wearing a beautiful draped garment called Sbai in a Thai film or tourism ad, your brain naturally files it under Thai culture. That's just how human memory works. The first place you encounter something becomes its perceived origin in your mind. Meanwhile, Cambodia's older cultural heritage stays largely invisible on the global stage. Khmer films don't get international distribution deals. Traditional Cambodian fashion doesn't appear in viral music videos. When was the last time you saw Cambodian traditional dress trending on social platforms? This creates what you might call the loudest voice effect. The culture with the biggest megaphone gets credited with creating traditions that actually originated elsewhere. Thailand's soft power through entertainment has accidentally rewritten cultural history in the minds of millions of viewers worldwide. The thing is, adopting culture and creating culture are completely different processes. When one society borrows clothing styles, ceremonies, or art forms from another, that's cultural exchange. It's natural, it's beautiful, and it happens everywhere. But borrowing doesn't erase the source. Tourism marketing has supercharged this visibility gap. Travel agencies promote Thailand as the gateway to Southeast Asian culture. Hotel websites showcase traditional Thai dress in their promotional materials. Travel bloggers photograph themselves in Sbai during temple visits, tagging it as authentic Thai fashion. Most travelers never question these marketing messages. They arrive in Bangkok, see traditional dress in cultural shows, and assume they're witnessing the birthplace of these traditions. The tourist infrastructure supports this assumption, with gift shops, cultural centers, and tour guides who present Thai versions as the original. Here's where linguistics tells a different story. The Thai word Sbai connects directly to the Khmer Sbai. Language scholars trace this borrowing through historical contact between the two cultures. When you borrow a word along with the object it describes, you're usually borrowing the whole cultural practice. The visibility gap creates false assumptions that spread far beyond tourism. Fashion designers research traditional Asian dress online and find thousands of images tagged as Thai Sbai for every one labeled as Khmer Sbai. Cultural enthusiasts share Pinterest boards full of Thai traditional fashion that actually shows borrowed styles. This matters more than you might think. When cultures lose credit for their contributions to human heritage, they lose part of their identity in the global conversation. Younger generations grow up thinking their ancestry's creations belong to someone else. The media presence game works like this. The culture that exports the most content controls the narrative about regional heritage. Netflix algorithms don't care about archaeological evidence. Social media doesn't fact-check traditional dress origins before
media presence doesn't determine historical truth. The louder voice isn't always the original voice. Archaeological evidence, linguistic connections, and historical records matter more than entertainment industry reach when you're trying to understand cultural origins. This visibility imbalance teaches us why doing cultural homework matters before we travel and engage with traditions. A quick search beyond tourism websites reveals the deeper stories behind the beautiful clothes, dances, and ceremonies you'll encounter. Understanding origins helps you appreciate the full richness of cultural exchange while respecting the sources. The Sbai story shows us that beautiful traditions deserve accurate storytelling, not because we want to gatekeep culture, but because understanding origins helps us appreciate the full richness of human creativity. When you know the real history behind traditional dress, you can celebrate both the original creators and the cultures that helped preserve those traditions through centuries of change. Next time you see traditional dress in your travels, take a moment to learn its real story. Ask local guides about origins. Research beyond tourism websites. Look for the archaeological evidence and historical connections that reveal how cultures influenced each other. Subscribe for more cultural deep dives that help you travel with respect and understanding.